everyone. Welcome to our second SHAC meeting. We do have a quorum here, and we've got Marissa and Kim on Google Meets. Hey, ladies. So first thing is our minutes from the last meeting. If y'all will look over those, and I'll need a first and a second to accept those. Do I have a second? Second. Who was that? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Okay, the next thing we have are nurse updates. Kara, will you kind of tell us what's going on at the elementary?
Sickness-wise, we're doing a lot better than the last meeting we had. All we got going on right now is a little stomach bug, and then our babies are pretty congested, and they got a little cough, so that's kind of expected at this time. All vision, hearing, and spinal screenings have been completed, and right now we're just working on the follow-ups for the ones that needed referrals. And then next week, I'm going to start teaching hand hygiene to the elementary kids. And a lot of times with that, the younger babies love doing the hand hygiene, and we'll get the glow germ gel out and either put it on a basketball or on the sinks or something where it looks like the germ is being passed from them to other students, and we learn how to wash our hands and how to cover our cough and all that. The babies love it. Our older ones kind of get a little bit too old for it, but I love doing it with the babies. And I think that's all for elementary side.
Thank you, Kara. And for the secondary side, it's about the same thing. A lot of congestion is what we're seeing. All the vision, hearing, spinal screenings have been done. Ladies, come in. And we've sent out all of the referrals, so we have those follow-ups. I did want to tell y'all about our health fair, because we hadn't had the health fair yet the last time that we met. So we had a health fair on October the 28th, and I feel like it went really well. The Texas Mobile Imaging came and presented, and we had 24 staff members and community members participate in that on the Saturday the 9th, I think is when they came and did that. We had cholesterol screenings, and we did have someone that had a high cholesterol screening and ended up having to go to the doctor, so it was something that we found to help them out, that they had no idea, no clue. So not that I was happy that it was found, but I was happy that it was found. Let me see, what else did we do? We had flu shots. They did blood sugar screenings. Krista St. Michael and Blue Cross Blue Shields were there with some informational stuff. Nurse Kara had the vision and hearing set up, and so she screened.
A lot of people figured out they can't see or hear really good.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I was wondering why my husband, I was like, well, I know why now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I thought a lot of them figured out that they couldn't hear. Maybe selective. I see some daggers going back and forth over here. Okay, so that's all we have for the nurse updates. Ms. Hudgens, can you tell us about student support services?
Well, we had the Red Ribbon Rally. I think it went very well. There was a lot of participation. The kids seemed to really like it, like the games. The presenters that we had did a fabulous job. We had the x-rays out there. The pharmacist that came had cards that had candy and pills, and you had to try to pick which one was which, and the kids were like, they were really amazed, and that really does look like candy. So she did it because she's already asked to come back next year. And then we had somebody on the mental health side dealing with the mental side of addiction, you know. So it was just a good day. I think everybody enjoyed it. Since then, also we had Stocktober, where the whole school collected items for the Ronald McDonald House in the location in Austin. I didn't know this, y'all may know this, but each house needs different things. And so, of course, we picked Austin because that's where Coach Turner's little girl was being treated. And we ended up, by the time we boxed everything up from the school, there were about 15 boxes. And when I say packed, some I couldn't get a lid on, packed full of stuff that house needed. And we did receive a letter from the director saying, you know, how they were being used at that location. So it was very personal. It's not just we gave to Ronald McDonald House. It was very personal to that location and to our giving on what we gave. And so everybody did a fabulous job at that. So right now we have Toys for Tots going on at the high school and the canned food at the middle school. It'll all be collected next Tuesday, and that services people in Maude. That's not going anywhere. That's staying with our community, our people, our children, our families. So we are working on that. See, this Thursday, the middle school and high school student councils are going to the Southwest Center. There is an event for assisted living and nursing home residents where they have like a Christmas bazaar. They'll have a lunch, and then they will have places they can shop for their loved ones, and then the students, not me, but the students will wrap the gifts for them. It's like they're going to a little Christmas bazaar. And so we're taking a lot, I think we're taking 2730 down there, 34 I think is what it is, down there to help with that. And so they'll be down there Thursday.
So our kids are wrapping the presents?
They'll be, well, I told them today, now, you know you can't wrap, don't be volunteering to do that. You know, if it's not your cup of tea, hey, that's fine. But surely there's a few in there that can, because I can. That's why I use bags. But anyway, so yes, there'll be a few that will be wrapping gifts. Fingers crossed.
Last year when we went, there was a couple who wrapped gifts, and then the boys can tell you that there are a couple who played games and kind of visited with the residents and stuff. So just a lot of opportunities for our kids to visit with and actually just bring joy to others, you know, during this holiday season, especially those that are in assisted living locations. So
yeah, I think they found out when we went Thanksgiving, there's some that don't ever get any visitors, and that, you know, touched them, you know. And then one little dude, he remembered one of our students who's a senior now. He remembers her from the first time that you took them.
yes.
He remembers every year. She's grown, you know. But it was really touching that, and he wanted her number to keep in touch because he knew she wouldn't be coming back. But that's a big deal to them. It's just a day in our lives, a day in the students' lives, but that's a huge deal to them. Yeah. That's a huge deal. So we're really excited, and Miss Jennifer expanded it this year, so it's going to be more nursing homes and more. So we really don't know what we're going to, but we're ready.
There are some hospices that are participating in that.
Are there?
We have some patients that are coming.
Yay! So we'll get to see some of y'all. So we're excited. There'll be some dressed in black and white to serve, because she wants it to be like a fancy, you know, a big to-do. And then the rest of us will be dressed in Christmas attire. So it's going to be a fun day. It's a good day to serve others. And I guess that's kind of about it. Oh, Trinity came from the Child Advocacy Center and did a first series of lessons. She'll be coming back in January to finish it out. And she does a fabulous job at covering hard subjects well with students. She really, I can't say enough. She really did well at that. We're covering a little bit of human trafficking, that aspect in January. So she does a fabulous job with that. So a lot going on. So I think that's it, Nurse Season.
Okay. I'm writing really fast. So.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. There's a lot going on. Okay, so I wanted to talk to y'all about some of our emergency supplies and what we actually have here. So I have these. I'm actually gonna let y'all have it down. Okay, so I wanted to let y'all know, I've got it all back in here. kind of about the emergency supplies that we have, where they're located on campus, because I want to talk about an addition here in just a second, of adding something. So our AEDs, all of our AEDs are the Zoll AED pluses like this one. I swapped this one from my building before we left. But we have AEDs, 11 of them. We've got one in the elementary, the middle school, high school, the technology building, in the band hall that's shared with band and ag, in the cafeteria, and I still call it the new gym, the HB Stewart Gymnasium, the field house, the rock gym, and then boys and girls have their own athletic travel AEDs because UIL says that they have to have an AED with them, so they have their own AEDs, so they're not swapping, out of our boxes. So that's all of our AEDs. Stop the Bleed. These are our Stop the Bleed kits. They're required to be with every AED, and we have that, but we also have a few extra in buildings that we don't have AEDs in. One being here, so out in this hall, there's a Stop the Bleed kit hanging in the 3 to 5 building. I believe there's one. I'm going to order one for the elementary gym because there's not one out there, but those are some extra places where we have Stop the Bleed kits there. Or what do I have next? Our stock epi. So these are our stock epinephrine kits. We've got the 0.3 milligram and the 0.15 milligrams for adult and children. There's 2 doses of each in here, and there's also a CPR mask in here. So our epi we've got at the elementary school, right above the AED. All of these are right above the AEDs. The technology building, which is where my office is, the band hall, the cafeteria, and the new gym, the HB Stewart Gymnasium. So those are where we have stock epinephrine in the event that someone has an anaphylactic reaction. And later on in the school year, I will give y'all some statistics that will alarm you on how much this is actually used in schools. And thank the Lord that we haven't had to use it here at Maud, but I want to be prepared. The next thing is our Narcan, our stock naloxone, and we have more naloxone than we do epinephrine. 1, because it's a little cheaper. 2, they're more apt to have to use it, especially in the high school. And 3, Chief Rochelle got us a lot of it for free. So there are 2 doses in each kit. So our naloxone at the elementary, middle school, we have it at the high school, technology building, band hall, cafeteria, the gym, and then Officer Rochelle carries some on him all the time because he's going to be the first one called to any kind of emergency like that. So that's the location of where all of our stock health supplies are. Does anybody have any questions about any of those? Do y'all know where they're at? Do y'all pay attention? Please say yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is the LifeVac choking device. We do not have any LifeVacs on campus. And so I've got it pulled up over here. We're gonna watch a little video, and I wanted to talk to y'all about purchasing some of those and kind of how many and where we think that they might need to be purchased. I feel like we need more than one because they're a single use. But
anything else in your life-saving arsenal.
do what?
Just like anything else in your life-saving arsenal. You need to bear to have it, you need it.
All right.
You need to not have it.
Have you? Oh, these, I saw this, okay. These were from, when I looked it up yesterday, they had the dates on here, and one of them was right before Thanksgiving of this year that a LifeVac had saved a little girl. So I don't know why it's not pulling up the dates here, but when I looked it up yesterday, they were actually pulling up dates. But let me see if I can get to the video. Watch how it works. All right.
to see how LifeVac works. LifeVac is used when a person has an airway obstruction. Don't panic during a choking emergency. LifeVac is simple and easy to use. Simply place the mask on the person's face. Push the plunger. The air will vent out the side, while firmly holding mask in place. Give it a swift tug. LifeVac has saved lives all around the world. It can save your loved one too. We appreciate you taking the time to learn how to use LifeVac.
Okay, so that's really short and sweet, but here is another.
Welcome. Thank you for purchasing the LifeVac airway clearance device. My name is Brian Sharman. I'm the owner of First On Scene CPR operating out of Palm Beach County, Florida. I'm a certified CPR instructor with over a decade of experience teaching life safety courses. I'm also a nationally certified paramedic, and I hold the rank of operations captain at a high volume urban fire department in Southeast Florida. Now, prior to using the LifeVac device, it is important that you follow established choking protocols and immediately dial 911. Now let's talk about the procedures to be followed for choking emergencies involving an adult or child. Step 1, recognize a complete airway obstruction. Someone who is suffering from a complete airway obstruction will not be able to speak, cough, or make any noise. They may be trying to communicate to you non-verbally by placing 2 hands around their neck and performing the universal choking sign. If you suspect that someone is suffering from a complete airway obstruction, ask them, "Are you choking?" If they nod their head yes, ask them, "Can I help you?" If the victim is able to cough, encourage them to cough forcefully in an attempt to clear the obstructed object from their airway. If the cough was not successful at removing the obstruction from the patient's airway, progress to step number 2, which is to perform 5 back slaps. Position yourself behind the choking victim. Take the heel of your dominant palm and strike the victim in between the shoulder blades on the back forcefully 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the 5 back slaps were not effective at removing the obstructed object from the victim's airway, progress to step number 3, which is to perform 5 abdominal thrusts. Once again, position yourself behind the choking victim. Make a fist with your dominant hand and place it just over top of the victim's navel. Take your non-dominant hand and place it over top of your fisted hand. From here, roll both hands upwards until your thumbs are facing towards you. Once in position, begin to pull up and in forcefully and continuously 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, there may be certain situations where performing established choking protocols are not practical. Under these circumstances, it is acceptable to bypass steps number 2 and 3 and immediately progress to step number 4. If the obstruction has still not been cleared from the victim's airway, progress to step number 4, which is to implement the LifeVac airway clearance device. The LifeVac can be used with the victim in the laying, sitting, or standing position. I will be demonstrating with the victim in the laying position. Choose the appropriate mask for the appropriate victim. The masks are clearly labeled adult and pediatric. To attach the mask to the suction unit, use the steps of place, push, and twist. Take the stem of the mask and place it in line with the receiving port of the suction unit. Push and give a quarter turn twist. Check the mask to ensure that it is firmly secured to the suction unit prior to use. Now that your device is ready for use, use the steps of place, push, and pull. You're going to place the mask over the victim's nose and mouth. Push down to ensure that the mask is firmly secured to the victim's face. Tilt up on the chin to position the victim's airway. Push down on the handle of the suction unit. Once the handle is depressed, pull the handle upward with a short, swift tug while holding the mask firmly in place. Roll the victim onto their side and attempt to clear their airway of any debris. Also check the mask and the suction unit for any debris. Repeat these steps for up to 5 times. If the object has still not been cleared from the victim's airway, return to following the established choking protocols, and if the victim goes unresponsive at any point, immediately begin CPR. Thank you once again for purchasing the LifeVac airway clearance device. We commend you for taking proactive steps to ensure the safety of you and your community.
Oh, ladies, I just realized that I didn't turn that around. I'm sorry. I hope y'all heard all that about the life bag. So, I wanted to talk to y'all. They are roughly about $65 a piece, and they come with a pediatric and an adult mask with them. So I wanted to talk to y'all and kind of hear your thoughts and what you thought about how many we may need as a district and where we may need to place them.
First and foremost be the cafeteria.
I agree.
Definitely heavier in the elementary, I would say, smaller.
Probably at least 2 or 3 in the cafeteria, and then so if you use one, like you said, they're disposable for one-time use, or
Yeah, they're one time for sanitary reasons. It says don't reuse them.
That's the whole unit, correct? And that way, if you have to use one and have to dispose of it, you still have a spare or 2 till you get that one replaced or whatever. That's my thought.
I was actually thinking the gym too, with all the kids.
Yeah.
Well, and I was
Especially
gonna,
with ball games.
if your kid probably travel with them because,
Yeah.
you know, they get those meals, they're tired.
Yeah.
Half the time they just scarf them.
Scarf it.
And then they're, you know, so at least that way it's with them.
Field house.
Follow your setup for the AED and just include.
Just have one with every
Yeah.
AED.
Yeah, what would you say, 11 there?
Mm-hmm.
So you have the
Yeah.
concession stand, cafeteria, and stuff like that.
Is everybody in agreement?
Oh, yeah.
Vegetarian, veg, you okay?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so can I have a motion on purchasing one to go with every AED?
Make the motion.
Joe, second.
Choking is so scary too. And it happens so fast. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody choke, but it's like time stands still. Malachi choked one time when he was 3 on a hot dog. And I did like the back pats and it wasn't working. And he was like changing colors. It was so scary. My heart, like it wasn't even beating. And I ended up doing like some form of the Heimlich. I didn't even know I knew it really. But he kind of threw it up. But afterwards, I was sick for like 2 days. Like just my
terrified.
adrenaline, my hands were shaking like this. Like I couldn't control myself. It is so scary to see somebody not being able to breathe. So better to have more of them for sure.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, I will work on getting that by the time we meet again. I should have those in place.
There should also be a date set so that all staff and teachers could learn how to use it. Because that video was pretty informational, so there should be a date set too.
We have a staff meeting when we come back in January.
Yeah, so you can
that
Yeah,
we
the
all get
twist
off
of
of
it, you wouldn't
school.
know to twist it in there.
Mm-hmm. So, good idea, Amy. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about is our Chris's Health Pediatric Asthma Clinic grant money. So we have the asthma clinic come every year at the beginning of the year, and it's a grant that St. Michael's has. So they actually give us money for them coming and being able to check our kids to see if they have asthma, give asthma action plans for school if needed. We get money back for that. It's a different amount every year based on the monies available versus how many students we've seen. In the past, we've used that money to buy AEDs, lots of AEDs. In fact, I think every AED that we have bought since I've been here, just about, I think with the exception of 2 or 3, have been with the asthma clinic money. So there are some options. We've got $787.04 that we received over the summer from the pediatric asthma clinic. And the only thing is that it has to purchase health supplies. That doesn't have to be nursing office supplies. It could be AEDs. It could be something in athletics. It could be something for PE. It could be health education, anything like that.
Could it be for those things?
Yeah.
The life facts.
The life bags?
It could, definitely could be. I have budget money to cover
Oh.
that.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
was gonna do that. I just wanted to talk to y'all about the price, but I do have budget money to cover the life packs.
What about EpiPens, since we have less of those?
To purchase more, to have more around. That, well, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
One set is about $800. So I mean, it's almost enough. The only thing with the EpiPens is we've got the budget for that, is that they go out every year. And so we have to replace that every year. So that's worked into our budget to cover that. So some ideas that I had, see what y'all think. Obviously, we could save it to add to next year's and buy another AED. Or something I was thinking that might be an option is to like have the teachers and coaches like submit requests and see what they might need it for, and kind of give us an idea, a rundown, like give us a little presentation or something on things that they may need, whether it be for teaching health or a new item in PE for the gym, like new kind of equipment or something like that was a thought that I had.
So you're saying like a grant proposal?
Yeah, like a grant proposal for our health PE athletics. I know some other schools in the past have used the money to purchase like a specific helmet, you know, for football, or, which I don't know how expensive those are. I don't know how far $787 would go for that. I don't think very far. I don't think very far.
Did you say the light backs would be, is on another budget?
I have budget money for that.
Already, okay. I would say do
I think that's a good.
the proposals in for.
Yeah, see what they need.
Just kind of put it out there and see what they need.
Are there any locations on the AEDs that we're lacking that we should?
This building,
Well, and I'd like to see us add another one, though. We only have one at the elementary.
yes, we've got one at the elementary, and we don't have
One at the gym or
the gym or the 3 to 5 building.
How much are the AEDs?
The AEDs are about,
$1,000, isn't
no, they're about $1,600-1,700
Yeah.
a piece. So that's what I said, we'd have to, if we were gonna use it to purchase an AED, we'd have to save it and do a holdover, which is what we've done before, is save it and combine the funds to purchase the AEDs. But those are more places that we are wanting more AEDs.
Crazy, there's so much.
They're very
Yeah.
expensive. They're very expensive. For me personally, I feel like the next one would need to be this building.
Yeah.
Just not trying to be ugly, but for the age of the people that are here.
Miss Sanders, I don't know what she's saying about it.
Macy, I'm off the committee.
Well, I was thinking like school board, you know.
I think I'm older
We
than
got
you.
them all beat.
It's okay, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I was thinking it, I just didn't.
That's great.
Well, I think you know your grant proposal, see what comes out. You
Just
know,
see what-
and
see what they
you
come
may
up
not-
with.
You
They
don't
don't
have to
have
spend
any.
it all, you know what I'm saying? Or you may not have, you don't know if you don't ask, you know what I'm saying? And then go from there.
Okay. I'll get that together and get that sent out to the staff. And after we set the date for the next meeting, I'll have it due before then so that we can talk about it at the next meeting to kind of see what they came up with and vote on what we think we should give the money to support. Okay, so that is all that I have. So now we're kind of moving into open discussion. What do y'all have? Any topics or ideas that y'all want to hear about in the future, want to talk about?
I do have a question.
Okay.
Recently, there was a public post about a new registered sex offender in the area, pretty close to the school
He's not
grounds.
living there.
Not? Okay.
Yeah,
I just didn't know I wanted to know if we had information and if there was something in place, for the kids.
So, yeah, when I got that, I sent that out over the break and we got that discussed.
Yeah, he's registered there, but he's not living there. The sheriff's office was looking for him, and he's not there. Don't know where he's at.
Great.
Yeah, that is always scary. Well, I did talk to Coach Turner, and this was before the break and everything with them. He's said at our next meeting that he would come and talk about athletics and PE and the physical side of things, that he would come talk to SHAC, let y'all ask any questions or anything like that. So he said that he would be at the next meeting. So. Anything else? It's been quick today. Y'all listened really fast. Okay, we need to schedule our next meeting. Let's come to. Okay, so when is winter break? Like the 17th?
I think the 20th is, February.
Last week of February.
Is it the 17th through the 21st or the 24th through the 28th? February. May have it. Oh, I've got it. Let me get in here. Okay. Winter break is the 17th through the 21st. I'd kind of like it to have it before winter break, but not in January, so that we've got some time for the teachers to come up with their ideas. Are there any no's? I'm not looking at the school calendar. Are there any for Tuesdays? Do we have any absolute no's? Do we know of?
Ms. Sears and I couldn't do the 11th.
Not on the 11th, okay. So what about the 4th? Is everybody good with February 4th? Okay, so we will schedule it for February the 4th at 12:30. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn? Madison, do I have a second? All in favor? Okay.